a hate crime, and that is their right.
And we have a woman who should be wearing a cape because she's kind of like a superhero. And her name is Lana Melman. She's the CEO of Liberate Art and a 20-plus year veteran of the entertainment industry. She's a leading expert on the cultural boycott campaign against Israel, and she's a professional commentator and speaker. She's spoken with over 1,000 artists or their representatives targeted by the BDS, the boycott, and she's provided essential one-on-one support to them. Tell us about what you do.
Thank you. And I'd also like to thank Tamara for inviting me to speak to you on this really very important issue. I am the CEO of Liberate Art. I've been a 25-year veteran of the entertainment industry. In the last 5 years, I've really dedicated my life and my relationships to countering the cultural boycott against Israel. I've had the opportunity to speak to over 1,000 artists or their representatives, and I was able to effectively prevent cancellations. Last summer during Operation Protective Edge, I, along with several other influential people in the entertainment industry, circulated a statement in support of Israel's right to defend herself.
BDS certainly is a movement that has its wings spread wide in many different countries around the world, and people within that movement know how to spread the word so that protests do take place in all sorts of places, in all sorts of countries.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't yet. First of all, you're correct about the latter. They're very well organized. They communicate like it's very easy to do nowadays with social media. But this is a very important distinction. It's really not a movement. It's not a boycott. Alan Parsons came up with I thought, a fantastic way of framing this. He describes it as an appeal for a boycott, not a boycott. And as long as it's an appeal, it can be rejected. They issue the call, and the tactic is they accuse Israel of horrendous crimes against humanity, which are completely false. And then in their campaign, they say to the artists, if you keep your concert date in Israel, that means you support these hellacious crimes against humanity.
I think it's important to recognize that this boycott, so-called boycott, is a campaign. It's not actually a boycott. It's just an appeal to by these politically minded entertainers to boycott visits to Israel. I staunchly reject that and will be coming.
What do I think of the cultural boycott? Well, I think that conflating individual artists with their nation state, the accidental home of their birth, or their home country where they've chosen to live, is a form of collectivism, otherwise known as bigotry. And I don't know about you, but I hate bigotry.
I want to thank Lana Melman and Liberate Art for everything that you do to counter the attempts at a cultural boycott of Israel.